Okay, we got to talk about this because a lot of people be saying this and I don't understand. Well, I get it to a certain extent. So running a 2-3 zone is going to mess up the growth of da 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 da. I disagree because when you go to these tournaments, y'all, like I would go and I got my little 12. Let's we talk about I got my 12 view. I'm like, we can go out there, we're gonna have fun, let's go get a dub. I look over at the other team. The other team is big as hell. They don't look like no 12U. They look like some 14, 15s, right? But they weren't as good enough to play in their age group. So I believe they brought them down. But they're way bigger than my kids. So sometimes in AAU playing at a 12U, even, let me go, 9, 10, 11, 12, sometimes 13, 14, pretty much 14U and under, you have to play a 2-3 when you're playing against holdbacks. Because if you don't, if you go man to man, there's the big player's gonna go body layup. You can only help so much. So I'd be like, look, y'all, we gotta go 2-3, pack the paint, we gotta live with jumpers, box out, boom. You have to do that. If you don't do that, you're gonna lose by 30 or 40. So I get it. Yeah, I don't wanna run a 2-3 zone, but if I'm playing against some holdbacks and I see a player, all he's doing is getting downhill, guess what? We run a 2-3 zone every time. Because we have to stop this player because he's a holdback and he has an advantage. So we take away the advantage to try to even out the playing field. So with a 2-3, I want that player to be able to think and be able to shoot the ball and relocate and do all the other stuff besides attack downhill. Now, I get it. We do not want to play 2-3 zone every single game. But sometimes it's called making an adjustment as a coach. You got to adjust to what you got. Sometimes a 2-3 is better than a man-to-man. I'm not saying I'm trying to go there every single game, but if I look and the kid is killing, especially if we start off in man, kid is just killing. Downhill, strong right hand. Boom, boom. We could try to, help a little bit. Still get in there, still biting, missing, getting a rebound, going back up. Okay, there's only one way to stop this, a 2-3 to give him a different look. Also have my two guards in the front trying to stop that person from attacking downhill. So I don't really understand when people say running the 2-3 is bad. You're not teaching the kids how to actually play the game. Actually, in college, they play a 2-3 zone. They play a 1-3-1. They do all these things. So how do you stop these players? I said stop these players. Y'all know what I meant. I'm trying to, get them ready for college too, because in college they run a 2-3 zone. So come on. I don't get what the big deal is when people do this. 9 times out of 10, the coach that mad about a 2-3 zone, they players can't shoot. That's why you're mad, because your players can't shoot. Shoot the ball, brother. You don't have to shoot today. We got to live with jumpers. We have to. If we don't live with jumpers, we get beat off of one player just being better than everybody else because he's a holdback or he's bigger, strong, whatever the case may be. 9 times out of 10, he's a holdback. So for those coaches out there that or trainers or whatever that feel you can't run a 2-3 zone, I disagree. You got to see what you got, and sometimes you have to run a 2-3, right? And sometimes what I try to do too is do a 2-2-1 if the team is super bigger than mine. 2-2-1 back to a 2-3 just to slow them down, then have them thinking a little more. Because something about seeing the zone players stop, and they're like, and they have to think, right? If you don't got that, sometimes, man, all these great trainers, you guys teaching great stuff. These little kids now, what? One man to man, me, bye, right? Yes, we want our players to work on defense, lock up. But sometimes some of these kids, like AAU, to me, and I'm not going to say that, but it's a tough situation because you still want to go over the man-to-man principles. But all I'm telling y'all is there's nothing wrong with a 2-3 zone when you're dealing with some of these holdbacks. Now, let me know how y'all feel about that. For sure.